Welcome to this video. It is the 15th of May 2013 today, and we are here in Erasmus. It is not so far from Pretoria in South Africa, in the municipality of Tshwane. And I'm sitting here with King George Mohlala and with Frans Padi. And they will present the CWP Community Work Programme or project to you now. Please.
Thank you, Evelin. Community Work Programme is a national program in the Department of Cooperative Governance. It has been piloted in the year 2008 till 2010 when it was located in that department. And then since it was started, it has shown a very great outputs towards the communities which were like not recognized before. More particularly in the community where we are right now.
What do you mean by not recognized?
They were like not receiving a government services.
Right.
Yeah. Regularly like any other developed established townships.
Right.
Yes. Now, since when the CWP started in 2008, we have seen a lot of changes happening in this community, starting from people's lives who were actually not working. And then when they take the advantage of participating in the CWP, their lives have changed dramatically, if I can say so. Because in my simple terms, I call the CWP a life-changing method. To say that once a person starts to participate in the CWP, now he or she starts to change the thinking style. Then it starts to change because people, they are working together in this program. So, like I said, that CWP is a national program. It's a program that actually gives the communities an opportunity to identify or to say what are the challenges that they are facing as the community. And then where possible the CWP can assist, will assist. But it will, everything that will be undertaken or be done will be done jointly with the community. Actually, it's the community that gives the move of what needs to happen in their own community. A practical example of what happened in this community in one of our activities that we are doing, or the sectors that we are doing, which is the infrastructure, where the community have said that we'll be happy if the CWP can assist us in building the bridge which divides, there's a donga or a river that divides this community into two, where in which the school children are suffering to cross over from the other side of the village to come to school, and also the old age people are suffering during the pension times to cross over from the other side of the village to this side. Now the community requested the assistance from the CWP to say how can the CWP assist us, and then we said no, CWP is not going to do more, but you need to do more from your side, because CWP is here to supplement to your labor. Like when you come up, then you come up with what you want to do, and then the CWP will assist you. For instance, what happens in this community, when community requested this bridge, what the CWP did is that we paid the stipend for people who were partaking, or the participants who were working in that project, where people were gathering the stone, the natural resources like stones from across the village, and then also people were given the task to construct those stones within the gabions. There's a material called the gabion where you put the stones in. That is just one of the examples that happened under infrastructure. And then another example is the place where we are sitting now, which is a community center, where the youth in the community have said that we do not have a place where we can at least have ourselves entertained or keep ourselves doing something. Keeping ourselves busy. Then they requested this kind of a structure where the CWP has also assisted in terms of labor paying the stipends for the participants. Then that is why today you can see the complete structure, where we've got the internet cafe, we've got the, what you call a computer training center, where people are coming from outside the village though to come and learn how to operate a computer. And then another thing that is happening through the CWP, we've got the Early Childhood Development Center.
Pardon? The
Early Childhood Development Center, a crèche.
okay.
Yes. Before, when we come here, the crèche was not so effective because people in the community could not afford the fees that were paid in the private crèches. But once the CWP came into picture, then people found an opportunity to bring their children, because there were a lot of women who were not working in this community. So once the CWP came, then it was a challenge for us as the management of the CWP to say that, are we going to leave people outside because they've got children to look after? Then we said we must have at least an activity which can take care of their kids, then which has ended up as a fully fledged crèche. As I'm speaking right now, we've got 86 kids in the CWP crèche, which the parents are only requested to pay a maximum of their daily stipend, which is 67 rand a day. That is what they are paying, than paying maybe 100 and something, which they were not affording it before. But today they are able to leave their children there, and their children they are learning from that crèche. So those are the practical examples that I can give.
As far as I have learned, there are two introductions that we need here. We need your introduction. This is the approach of the Community Work Programme and how it works. And what you told us now is the local example. Is that correct?
Yes.
And now we have Frans here, who is from this local community. So he could give us the...
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Frans, he could give us the picture from within the local community. Is that correct?
Yes, he can.
You want to contribute and explain who you are?
My name is Frans Padi. I'm the site manager of the CWP in Erasmus Community. Yes.
You were born here, you
Yes,
explained,
I was
not
born,
far from here where we
yes,
sit
I was
now.
born in this community. I was born and bred.
And your father is from here, your mother
My
is from
mother
here?
is from this community. My father is from this community. I can say I know this community. I know the dynamics of this community. So what I can say is that...
Perhaps you should first introduce everybody to how this place became your community. It is a particular history behind that.
Yes. Our forefathers bought this land in the year 1930. They came together and they contributed a certain amount of money, and with the money they contributed, they bought this land. So I am the third generation of the first buyers of this land. So.
And would you call yourself a tribe, a community? What would you call?
Because it's a community.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, when it was bought for. This land was divided into 3 portions. There was an agricultural portion, and the residential portion, and the pastoral portion. The community here, farming was their main activity here, long before industrialization came into being in this area of Pretoria. So after Roslyn was established,
and Roslyn is?
It's a industrial area. Mm-hmm. So they left the farming activity, and then they started to go and work in the industries. So that is why the agricultural portion was left. So with a CWP, we are now going back to agriculture. Agriculture, I can say, is the main activity in the CWP program in this village. Through the help of the CWP, our people we can now work their fields. Because
when we came, I saw a lot of gardens.
Yes. Yeah, it is through the help and the assistance of the CWP. They provide us with seedlings, and they also provide us with the manpower to work in these gardens. So,
what do you mean? Your community is not doing it yourself? You have manpower from outside?
No, not from outside. Our community work in the CWP program again. So now, we work in our, I can say we work in our yards, but the CWP pay us for working in our yards. So that is how it help us. So
do I understand correctly that industrialization somehow made agriculture go away?
Yes.
And people went into jobs? And
yes.
then the jobs went away and the people were left with nothing? Or
no, after now we were now taught to realize that agriculture it's very much important in our lives. So now people started to have interest in agriculture. They started now to farm. Yes, and then the CWP, I can say that it has brought our community together, because at first, before the CWP, we were not really talking to each other. We did not know the needs of each other. But now, through the introduction of CWP, we can now start talking to each other and solving our problems together. So the CWP also help us in developing ourselves, because most of the things here we do them for ourselves. We don't need help from outside. So I can say it is doing a lot for us as CWP.
It's like a midwife giving birth to something new?
Yes, I can say so, yeah. Yes, thank you.
What would you like to contribute now, or to what have we forgotten to talk about?
I don't think there's much that has been left out, like Frans has already alluded with regard to the background or the history of this community, because really CWP is something that gives people an opportunity to think again if they lost hope before, to say that you are still alive.
Why did they lose hope?
People have lost hope, like I said, that these communities like Erasmus and Bokfontein, they were like marginalized from getting services from the government. But when this program came into picture, it has it exposed communities such as these ones to say that, you know what, government, though you feel like the government is not looking at you, but this is an extended hand of the government that gives you an opportunity to say that, look, we are here, we are still alive, and then we are physically fit to can do something if we can get the resources to at least do something. Because looking at the CWP model versus the social grants, where people just receive grants doing nothing. But with the CWP says that, what can you do for your own community? What can you do to develop your own community? Then we will at least take you a bit further. We can assist you. Then that's where the community start to realize that, oh, we've got a challenge. In social, we've got this range of challenges. How can we be assisted? In infrastructure, we've got these challenges. How can we be assisted? Environmentally, we've got these challenges. How can we be assisted? Agriculturally, like he mentioned that it was like agriculture was like forbidden because of the industrialization. But once the CWP came into picture, then communities started to realize that no, actually we can survive from agriculture which was practiced by our forefathers before. So then with CWP, it is possible that people can start now doing their food their food garden, start doing their food gardens, communal gardens, and at the end of the day, then they can do a big farming. That is how the CWP brought self-esteem,
Right.
which was lost.
A sense of worth.
That's right.
Right. My question, as I told you, I'm working globally, and many communities around the world face similar problems. Would you have a message to the world, to similar, in all the continents? What are the core lessons that you have learned? Could you say something about that? From my point of view, what I hear is that you have a much better interconnectedness of what is needed locally and what is given. So it's not help given and defined by somebody or people who stand outside and look from afar and say, oh, this is help and I give it and you should be thankful even if it doesn't help. So in the past I see many projects of help that do not help, and good intentions that do not lead to good outcomes. And I feel that you have found a way to make reaching out into a very constructive activity. Is that the core of it?
What I can say, though I don't have I don't have a clear explanation of that, but like you have just said, to say what is the message that they can send out there. The message that they can send out there is for the communities, whether it's an international community or the local community globally. But what I can say is to say that people need to organize themselves. They need to come together. They need to have they need to have a common goal, what they need to achieve in life. What are the similarities in terms of the environment that they are living in, so that they will be able to identify the solutions, because nobody can come with a solution from out there.
Exactly.
But we, as the community citizens or the residents in the community, we need to see what is our challenge and then what can be the possible solution to overcome these kind of challenges. Like I say, that the communities were just sitting, saying that what can we do? Or we've got thinking, we've got something to do, but how can we show up ourselves? But once the CWP, when the government launches this kind of a program, then people started to realize, you know what, it won't help us to sit back and relax. But it will help if we can stand up and say, here we are physically fit, that we can develop ourselves.
Thank you very much. Is there anything you want to add now?
No, I don't think I've got anything to say, but just to say that CWP, it has brought a great change in this village. And then I'm just making a plea to the government, if it can, to at least can add more days for these people, so that their stipend could go up. Yes, that is all I can say.
Thank you.
And then one more other thing, the impact of the CWP is to give the ownership back to the community, because people, they are fully engaged or physically participating in the programs, which gives them back an ownership of what they are doing, because of a lot of things that were happening before the CWP or anything, you'll find that people in the community, they become the spectators of people developing their own community.
Right.
So at the end of the day, such things, they become like a white elephant. People, they don't have an ownership. Even if something is vandalized, they say,
It's not
where is those people? Where are those people who were doing this thing? They must come and look after it. It is because they did not take part in doing that thing. So there's a lot of sense of ownership with everything that is undertaken by the CWP. And then the message again is to say that if communities globally can be given this model, then they will see a lot of changes. Because like I'm saying, Frans Padi, before the CWP, he was just a man in the community. But since the CWP came, then it has opened his integrity to say that he's got an ability to can lead these 1,500 people who are working within the program. And then also, many youth people in this community, they have also gained the status of becoming the coordinators. They were nothing before, but now they are the coordinators, which means they've got the leadership skills that they have gained throughout the CWP. People who had the talent, like maybe in building, who were not recognized to say that this person can do something. But those people, once they came into CWP, they are now able to do something. Like people who are building the bridge. No one have ever thought that there's somebody who can build a bridge within this community. But because the community has called that we need a bridge, then now we started to see, we've got an experts. I can tell you that everything that we have done, there was no engineering staff to say that, okay, you must do this thing this way. People were just using their indigenous knowledge to say this is how it must be done. And then really, we feel very much proud of seeing our hands doing something that is tangible.
This reminds me, you said 1,500 people. We should perhaps also say how big the land is that is included in this project, or for...
Well, currently the CWP is just, the program is now implemented only in one ward, which is Ward 39. And then Ward 39 is consisting of 6 sections.
139, what does that mean?
Ward 39.
What?
We've got the municipality. And then under the municipality, there are wards.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, in Erasmus, we are in Ward 39. And then it's got 6 sections or 6 villages or 6 communities and, within it.
Would you be able to measure this in hectare or in...
Unfortunately, we do not have the inside of that. Yes.
So it would be like...
It's a big village
area.
Because each section consists of more than 500 people.
Okay. Right. So it's a big area, and 1,500 people to lead them and to bring them into a new kind of life. It's a big achievement.
Yeah.
So if you have nothing to say more, I just applaud you.
Thank you very much.
And I congratulate you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.